Today's stage is a time trial, so there's no bottle feeding. I've had a stomach bug for the past few days, so I opted to do a little spin instead of sitting in the car with Tuan. So the guys left maybe just a little under half an hour ago, so they should be arriving soon. Since the guys are climbers and not sprinters, they're going to be relaxing on this stage. They're not going to be trying to win anything, so we're not expecting good results for this stage, but tomorrow is another climbing stage, so hopefully they'll have recovered a lot and tomorrow they're going to do great.
Given how infrequently we race internationally, we have to make sure that we learn absolutely everything we can from every racing day that we do. So far, given that we haven't had extraordinary results in this race, we haven't had below expectation results, but we do still have work to do before we have those stage wins and stuff that we eventually want to get. Given where our results are, the biggest thing we can gain is deep and useful insight from every single stage. So for me, stage one, it was not a good stage for me as a rider. I had full body cramps, some of the worst cramps I've ever had. Not the worst, I've had basically the same thing happen to me once before, and both were times when I had a lot of stress coming up to the race. This race I had to do a lot of organizing and stuff, and it got a little bit stressful in the days leading up to the race, and I allowed that to get into my head. It had me very tense in the days leading up, which is what ended up causing me to cramp when I went to my limit. So day one, I learned from that, never again allow stress to interfere with race preparation. As soon as I realized that stress was an issue, I passed all the responsibilities that I had off to our support staff. And I learned from that in the future to always, as the race approaches, pass off all responsibility, because for those days, in order for me to perform as a rider, it's crucial that I'm allowed to mentally and physically relax. Day two was much better for me. I missed the lead group of 12 that got away, but that group of 12 is basically South Africa's best. It includes, Commonwealth Games bronze medalist Clint Hendricks and a couple of other guys on par with him. So, and I would have loved to have been in that group, but I'm also kind of happy in that I only narrowly missed it. So, I feel like going forward, if we keep training the way we have been, it won't be long and I will be able to hang with that group, and then it should be a pretty big change in terms of results. There was a little bit of a mishap and we missed a corner. We followed the commissaire's vehicle, which continued straight, so it wasn't really the fault of the riders, but there was a little bit of confusion for a while. We ended up doing 187 Ks instead of 175. Stayed with the main peloton to the finish of that. Didn't feel very tired considering 187 Ks on the bike, felt really good. Then today's team time trial, again, I was happy with the guys. They rode really cohesively. The way that we train when we ride as a group is in team time trial formation. So we're always in a straight pace line with the rider from the front doing work and then going all the way to the back and getting on again. So the riders, it was just muscle memory for us. It was second nature to ride in that formation. And the guy, I was really happy with, how perfectly the guys did that. I think we were 12th today or 13th, which, like I said, we're not winning stages yet, but we have to be realistic in that we're not yet in a place to win stages. We're up against teams, with the budget to hire the best full-time professional riders on the continent, and we are bringing up a bunch of guys who weren't previously cyclists. So, we are really David in a David and Goliath fight, and it will take time for us to get into the position to beat those teams. Then again, though, every single time that we come to race, we make up a lot of ground. We have a lot of improvement. So, I still do feel that we just carry on the track that we're on. We will get there.